Welcome to the Mimaki Target Color Emulator training video. Mimaki Target Color Emulator software, or MTCE, allows you to use a Mimaki device to emulate color off of an existing or legacy printer. So let's learn how the software works. Make sure to have your dongle plugged in, and after the software launches, you'll see this screen. When we look inside this screen under Setup, you can select which device you're going to use to measure. So what we have is the table, so we'll select that one. And then also under Setup, it gives you an option, and it basically is what kind of units you want to use in measurements and what's going to be labeled. Last thing we want to do is go over the different modes. So under here, we have 3 different options. Your first option is the basic, and that's basically a 4-color printers, and it has a chart of, it's going to have 792 squares it's going to measure. You have the high quality, which is basically for 4-color emulation, but it will take 2,376 measurements. And then lastly, you have multicolor, and in multicolor, that's for if you're using the orange and green ink set. So in the interest of time, we're just going to stay with the basic. The first thing that's required to make an emulation profile is to get the color information from your legacy printer into the software. So the way we do that is click on this button, and inside here you have 2 options. It says package chart for basic mode or split chart for basic mode. It's the same file. This one happens to have both files together. This one has them separate. So either way you want to go, it's still going to be the same thing. So we'll keep it on package here and click next. And it's showing you the image that we're going to use. And then if you click open folder, it brings you to the directory where the file is located. So you simply copy it, put it somewhere, and then that's what the person would use to print on their legacy printer and then bring back to us. So output that target on your legacy printer and click finish, and now we're ready to get that information in. So the way we do that is hit this button, click creation, and we're going to use our measurement device to read that target. So all right, now we have the input data from our target printer. So we'll go ahead and save this information. Then hit finish. And it's going to create the emulation profile. All right, so now that that's created, give it a name. And then hit finish. And that brings us back to this screen. So the next step is the creation of output emulation profile. So to do that, we're going to click on this button, and then we will select the profile that we're going to use. Okay, so we selected the device profile, and now it's time to click Next and output this file on our printer. So click on the chart print, And here's where you would hit output. So now that the chart has been output, we'll have to read this in. So click on the measurement tool. And just like last time, we're going to go through the same steps. So this information needs to be named and saved as well. Hit finish. Click OK, and now it brings us to this window.